Tonight, as you prepare to rest, I invite you to remember a sacred truth, that your imagination is not a fantasy, but the very creative force of the universe. What you impress upon your mind, in those quiet drifting moments before sleep, holds the power to shape your waking world. The secret lies not in striving, but in surrendering your desire to the felt reality of it already being fulfilled. You do not beg the universe, you do not plead, you do not ask as one who is uncertain. You assume the end. You sink into it. As your body relaxes into stillness, allow your mind to rise in vision. See only what you would see if your wish were already granted. Hear what you would hear. Feel what you would feel. The key is the feeling. You must move beyond the words of the desire and live from the state of its fulfill. This is not a doing, but a becoming. In the quiet of the night, you slip into the skin of the one who already has what they want. You do not ask, will it come? You do not say, I hope. You say, it is done. Your dream becomes the reality in which you now dwell. Your senses and imagination are more real than the senses of the outer world. That is the gateway to creation. You speak not to an outside force, but to the deepest self within, the one who knows no lack, no time, no impossibility. You commune with this self by embodying your desire in the silence, just before sleep, when the walls between the conscious and the subconscious are thinnest. You plant the seed, and you do so by imagining the scene that would naturally follow the realization of your desire. Do not concern yourself with how it will unfold. That is not your role. Your work is to feel the scene so vividly, so naturally, that it becomes more than thought. It becomes experience, and once you have felt it real, you let go. You drift into sleep, not with longing, but with satisfaction. The satisfied mind is the fertile soil for the miracle, so, when you lie down tonight, remember this power. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Occupy that state. Rest in it. Trust it. And know that as you sleep, the unseen forces are rearranging themselves to reflect your inner assumption. What you accept as true in that sacred space between waking and sleep, that is what you will call reality. And as you lie in that sacred stillness, let go of the world around you. Let go of the facts, the figures, the appearances that may seem to contradict your desire. Those are but shadows, echoes of old thoughts that no longer serve you. Do not be fooled by them. The outer world is a mirror, not a master. It reflects only what has been accepted within. So turn away from appearances and turn inward, where your true power lies. In this moment, just before sleep, you become the author of your reality. Your mind is open, soft, receptive, a divine womb ready to receive the seed of your imagination. Choose your thoughts with care, not from fear or lack, but from joy, from knowing. If you wish to be loved, then feel what it would be like to fall asleep in the arms of that love. If you wish for abundance, then feel the deep relief, the freedom, the gratitude of already having more than enough. Do not imagine the process, imagine the result. Do not imagine the journey, imagine the arrival. For your imagination does not concern itself with means, only with ends. The question is not whether it will work. The question is, will you persist in the assumption? For one moment of doubt can unravel what hours of faith have woven. But if you remain faithful to the vision beneath, you return to it night after night. As one returns home then, the world must conform. The universe is compelled to reflect what you accept as true in your inner world. This is law unbreakable and impersonal. It responds not to pleading, but to belief. So ask not by word, but by assuming. The assumption is the silent prayer that never goes unheard. Feel it real. That is your language to the universe. That is the signal, the frequency, the command. There is no force more magnetic than a heart that believes it already has what it desires. Such a heart draws the seen and unseen alike, arranging people, places, and events to bring forth the thing imagined. You must become the thing long before it appears. You must live in the feeling, not just touch it lightly, but dwell in it, marinate in it. Let it become so normal to you that anything else begins to feel strange. This is the secret. To be so at home in your vision that it no longer feels like fantasy, but like memory, because it is a memory from the deeper part of you that already lives in the fulfillment. Tonight, as you close your eyes, step into the life you desire not as a wishful dreamer, but as the one who already lives it. If you long for success, then feel the thrill of accomplishment. If you yearn for healing, then feel the vitality coursing through your body. If you want peace, then let it wash over you like a soft wave. You are not faking it. You are creating it. Your feeling is the first manifestation. The outer world is only the echo. The inner world is the cause. When you change your inner conversations, when you revise your memories, when you imagine boldly and lovingly, you are rewriting the script of your life. No matter what has happened, no matter how long you have waited, it is never too late to turn the tide. Creation is finished. All possibilities exist. You are simply selecting the one you desire by aligning with its frequency. And what is that frequency? It is the feeling of already being the person who has what you want. That is how you ask. You do not beg the universe, you commune with it by being it. You rise into that identity in thought, in sensation, in assumption. And once you claim it, even in silence, it becomes yours. There is no need to strain. There is no need to force. The power is in the ease, the naturalness of the assumption. If it feels like effort, you are still trying. But when it feels like surrender, when it feels like slipping into something that was always yours, then you are aligned. Let your desire feel like a familiar friend, not a distant fantasy. Let it be something you remember, not something you chase. Tonight, when you ask the universe, do it without words. Let the language be emotion. Let the conversation be sensation. Visualize the moment after the thing has happened, not the wish, but the fulfillment. Who are you in that moment? What do you see, hear, and feel? Let that vision be so rich, so textured, that it becomes more real to you than anything in the waking world. You may feel the temptation to doubt. That's natural. The old self will try to rise again and remind you of the facts. But you are not bound by facts. You are bound only by your assumptions. So when doubt arises, return gently to your vision. Do not fight the doubt, replace it. Starve it by feeding your faith. Nourish the vision until it becomes your dwelling place. As you fall asleep, do not carry the burdens of the day. Do not rehearse your fears or replay your failures. That is asking the universe for more of what you do not want. Instead, revise the day. See it as you wished it had gone. Imagine the kind words spoken, the doors opened, the good news received. In doing so, you rewrite not only the past, but the future. You are the dreamer of the dream, but more than that, you are the creator of the dream. The dream responds to you, molds itself around your inner state. So when you ask the universe tonight, ask as one who knows, as one who receives. Ask not with longing, but with gratitude, and let that gratitude be your pillow. Let it carry you into sleep with the sweetness of fulfillment. And if you wake in the night, do not return to worry. Return to the vision. Let it be your lullaby. Whisper to yourself, it is done, because it is. The moment you accept it within, it is planted. And though you may not see it immediately, it is growing. Trust the process. Trust the seed. Trust the unseen. Do not measure with the outer eye. The eyes of flesh will deceive you. Look instead with the eyes of imagination. They see deeper, clearer, truer, and they always see in alignment with what you choose to believe. So choose wisely, lovingly, believe the best, This is how you ask the universe, not by knocking on a door hoping someone will hear you, but by walking through the door as if it were already open. You act from the state, not toward it. You be before you see. That is the divine paradox. You become the receiver by believing you already have. Let tonight be a sacred ritual, not just another night of sleep, but a holy communion with the source of all creation. As you rest, you create. As you sleep, you instruct. And what you instruct with feeling, with faith, will return to you pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You are never asking in vain. You are always heard because the one you ask is not separate from you. It is you, in your highest form. So fall asleep not as one who wakes, but as one who knows. Not as one who hopes, but as one who lives in the certainty of the unseen. And when you wake, carry that feeling with you. Let it color your day. Let it guide your steps. Let it remind you of who you truly are, a creator, a chooser, a dreamer who dreams awake. And when doubt knocks again, as it will return again, return to the vision, return to the silence, return to the state. That is your sanctuary, your power, your birthplace of miracles. The more you live there, the more the world will shift to meet you. The universe does not resist your desire. It reflects your belief. So, believe well. Now, as sleep gently embraces you, breathe deeply. Inhale the reality of your desire fulfilled. Exhale every story that says it isn't so. And as you drift, let your final thought be not of lack, but of love, not of waiting, but of wonder, not of trying, but of knowing. As you drift deeper into the embrace of sleep, feel yourself relaxing not only your body, but your identity. The version of you that felt unworthy, that doubted, that waited endlessly, that version is melting away. In its place rises a new self, the one who knows that all things are possible, that the universe is already conspiring in their favor. There is nothing you must earn. There is no proving required. The asking is in the being, the receiving is in the resting. When you say, I am, you do not speak idle words, you speak from the source of all creation.